This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Before we get on to what we're going to do today, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who is subscribing to the channel and supporting the channel. It is all very much appreciated. Right, what we're going to do today is we're going to try and fill in the gap, some of the gaps ahead of the upcoming Classic Watch 2023 website, which will be found at classicwatch2023.ml. We've already got some pattern race horses and horses identified in the summer months of 2022. What we need to do now ahead of the trials that are coming in March, April and May is really take a look at the last couple of months of 2022, the sort of 2-year-old maidens that may have been run after the November handicap, around November time, October, November time, as the flat season came to an end on the turf and on the all-weather, heading towards the end of the year. So I will be back shortly. Also, we're going to take a look at some horses that may have been identified before the process started back in August 2022 and haven't ran in the interim. We might be taking a look at some of them as well. So I will be back shortly and we will start cracking on through these horses. Thank you very much for watching, and by the miracles of technology, I will be back shortly. This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping. Hello everybody, and welcome back. Right, the next horse we're going to take a look at, to me, is a fascinating contender. He was actually the first 2-year-old I identified back in 2022 when it won back in May. It since then ran a very poor race, really, when 6 to 13 in the Chesham Stakes at Royal Ascot, when well fancied by me and many others. And that horse is the Dubawi sired Alfred Munnings, trained by Aidan O'Brien and owned by Westerberg, John Magnier, Tabor and Derek Smith, the usual Coolmore conglomerate. This horse here is a very well bred horse. You'll see there that the dam of it, Best in the World, she was actually a good mare herself in her own right. People have to say that. She never won at the top level, but she was placed in the Group 2 Blandford Stakes in 2016, and she also won before that the Give Thanks Stakes at Group 3 level, and is also a listed winner in the Staffordstown Stud Stakes. More importantly, though, I feel that she is also the dam of Snowfall, Aidan O'Brien's mare from a couple of years back, who sadly died aged 4. People will see there that she won the Yorkshire Oaks, the Irish Oaks and the English Oaks of 2021, as well as landing the Group 3 Musadora Stakes. She actually won the Oaks by 16 lengths at Epsom in what was a truly incredible performance, and I was delighted to see it. You see there, unlike Alfred Munnings, Snowfall was quite highly tried at 2 and fell short. The Alfred Munnings this time has only raced twice, hasn't been seen since June, which was disappointing for me, really. The second dam you'll see, Best in the World, is actually by a multiple Group 1 winner herself in Red Evie. Red Evie was trained by Michael Bell and is also a very good horse indeed. Some of the form of it there, I thought my Wi-Fi had cut out there, but it hadn't. You'll see that Red Evie won her Group 1 in 2006 when she won the Matron Stakes in Ireland. She also won a Group 3 at Goodwood a listed race at Royal Ascot after coming through the ranks, and she also managed to win the Hungerford Stakes of 2007, a Group 2 race. A very good filly in her own right, who raced in England, the third dam of this horse. She is also the dam of Found, which makes the dam of this horse a full sister to this horse, Found by Galileo, who won the Arc in 2016, and it was raced at Chantilly rather than Longchamp. Other Group 1, I think there was other Group 1 winners there as well. Keeneland in the 2015 Breeders' Cup Turf as well as at 2, when she landed the 2014 Prix Marcel Boussac. A superb filly, I'm sure everyone will agree there. And Found also has foaled a stallion as well. This stallion will be standing in Turkey, and that is Battleground. He failed to win at the highest level. He was placed in the 2021 St James's Palace Stakes and also the 2020 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, although he did land the Chesham in 2020 as well as the Group 2 Vintage Stakes. So he will be standing in Turkey, that stallion. So there's a lot, I feel, of interesting horses, very much in the immediate pedigree of Alfred Munnings, without any shadow of a doubt. Even the third dam, if people look at the third dam, they will see that Mala Femina was actually a listed winner herself in Italy back in 1994. Very good filly racing in Italy. You will see Alfred Munnings is on family 1M. Quick look at Mala Femina there, 7 starts, 1 win. And you will see that she was also third in the Prix Calvados in France at 2 in what has to go down as a good performance as well. The third, that's the Racing Post kind of tails off a bit then. We found the 137 rated jumper trained by Arthur Moore called 9 Pins, who is out of Martin Over, who is the 4th dam of the horse. Martin Over raced 11 times, winning 3, including the Group 3 Athazi Stakes, and she was also placed in the Irish 1,000 Guineas. It's telling me there that 9 Pins was a Grade 1 winning steeplechaser. The Racing Post was telling me it was rated 137. It's done well to do that. I don't know what's happened there, unless it was somewhere else it won a Grade 1 steeplechase. Well, these horses always pique my curiosity. I wasn't planning on going off on this tangent. Handicap hurdle there, novice hurdle there, novice hurdle there. I mean, I'm not saying that site is wrong, unless it won. I wonder if it won a Grade 1 chase in Japan. Must have done, because I do not doubt that site. I mean, that's wasn't expecting this little tangent in this video. You never know where my videos are going to go. Yeah, we've got to go and look now. Martin Over. There's old 9 Pins there. 57 starts, a lot more than the Racing Post giving credit for. Oh yeah. He's won a lot of races, look at that. In America. I think they are. I'll be lying if I knew that, really. Then sent to the Nakayama Grand Jump. New York Turf Writers Cup. A good American Grade 1 steeplechaser, 9 Pins was. After he left England, not that he'd have known it. By looking at the Racing Post, but that's a minor detail when looking at this horse. Martin Over, you'll see there, the 3rd dam. We found a few other quite interesting horses once we ran it through a few other sites. We looked at Pavlova and that, and we got it through 1M. It took a while to find it, but then we realised why. It's because this horse here is footlight, the very start of Foundation 1M. It's actually quite closely related. Well, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Queen of the Ballet. 10, 11, 12th dam of this horse is the foundation mare of line 1M, Footlight. And then it was just a matter of finding it as near to the modern day as we could get. And we managed to find Time and Chance. After a while, I must admit, we got quite down to some of these. There's Time and Chance, foaled in 1957, and then the next dam after that, Pavlova, isn't on this. We couldn't find her, so we're going off somewhere around here, because this horse here we found, Random Shot, actually a half sister to Pavlova. That won the Ascot Gold Cup and the Chester Cup. I can't really tell you how many times it ran, unfortunately. But there's some interesting horses on this line. There's Random Shot there, you see. If you go further up, there's horses like Musidora. You know, that's about, Footlight's about the 6th dam of that, and the 10th dam of Musidora, of 6th dam of Musidora, and the 10th dam of ours we're looking at here, Alfred Munnings, you know. So all these horses are quite close if you go back far enough, if that makes any sense. I don't have to talk some nonsense, don't I? Especially at 7:45 in the morning. But it's an interesting horse, Alfred Munnings. I think it's a good horse. You know, I was disappointed not to see more of it last year. I was waiting to include it, but they just defied me and never ran it. Oh yeah, another horse I found was 40 Licks. You know, they've gone off. The Argentinians have had a go on this line, and they've done quite well with it. Yeah, there's people up there. There's 40 Licks. That was a decent horse in both Argentina and Saudi Arabia. It won Group 2 in Saudi Arabia as well. It was running around 2007 when the Saudis were just starting their big races. They were only conditions races then, mate. 40 Licks was the 2006 Horse of the Year in Argentina. I remember it, man. It was a fair enough horse. I used to watch Maidan for a lot of years out there, and I remember this one going round somewhere. And a very, very nice horse. And then I found, well, the site directed me to Newman, which I thought the best place to look for that was Studbrook, Argentina. I mean, brilliant site this is. I use it quite a lot, man. I was trying to get into Argentinian racing, but it's just never quite happened. The pattern just don't fall right for me. I can't get into the rhythm of it. But this site is brilliant. You can't fault the site. It tells you everything you'd want to know if you were trying to pick winners out there, having never seen a race out there. Now, this horse here was good. Like I said, it won the Argentinian 1,000 Guineas in 1992, as we know. It tells you it foaled 20 horses, 12 of which serviced 20 times and foaled 12 times. You can look at them all individually there if you want to. But the way I certainly looked that Campagna Hijo is Sons Racing or Children's Races or something. And if people were to click there, it gives you a whole list of them. And the best one I found was this one, which is probably quite unlucky, really, not to get to stud. I don't know if Hembra is a mare or a stud. That's where I struggle out here with colt stallions, to be honest. Fillies and mares. Hembra, not entirely sure what Hembra is. It was exported to the United States, this horse, though. Yeah, it's good. So that's the only problem I do have with this site. Hembra. There's one way we could find out is I know that's the dam of that. That's Hembra as well. I know that's a filly. It is. Okay. So the best one I could find was this filly, a Group 1 winning filly. Out in America. It was exported to America after it raced. It was a Group 1 winner called Real Number. And now I know that it was a filly. I suppose I better run it through here. Make sure it's not the breed, the mum of any good horses out in America. There it is. This is a bit I didn't do earlier, you see. I was sent to Japan and said, that's America. Stuff like Argentina. What does that say? Exported United States. So it's been to America, and it's also on a tangent we go off here that we weren't expecting. And this one was sent to Japan in 2003. So a good go. It's followed a lot of horses. I tend to look that about 100 million, maybe more, is needed if you've raced that many times to be a group quality horse. So I'm not gonna look at any of them. She is folding horses out there, but not to any success in Japan. You know, so there's plenty of nice horses on this line, without any shadow of a doubt. And with Snowfall and that being one of mine, I was always going to side with this one without any shadow of a doubt. So before we wrap this video up, let's see the horse win, shall we? For its first start. This was impressive.
And they're off. 7 2-year-olds over 7 furlongs in the opening Irish EBF maiden. All bar Our Boy Wes are first-timers, and it's Gomo disputing the lead with Our Boy Wes, tracked by Alfred Munnings as they see out the first furlong. Next is Simpson's Paradox on the inside of Trachonitis. In between those two is Voce del Palio, Mono Valley, the early back marker. Heading towards the 5, the end of the second furlong, Our Boy Wes just picks it up from the favourite Alfred Munnings. In third is Segomo, and fourth is Trachonitis. They're followed by Simpson's Paradox. Back marker of the group up front is Voce del Palio, 5-6 lengths to pushed along Mono Valley, the back marker. Soon at the halfway stage, Our Boy Wes by half a length to Alfred Munnings, a little more than a length back to in third place Segomo, tracked by Trachonitis, and then Simpson's Paradox and Voce del Palio, and not so far detached as Mono Valley. They've passed the halfway stage as they come for the approach to the straight. Our Boy Wes is matching terms with Alfred Munnings, who's poised on the outside, a couple of lengths in front of Segomo, and then Simpson's Paradox. Trachonitis next. On the outside is Voce del Palio, as Alfred Munnings strikes the front. From Segomo, Our Boy Wes, Simpson's Paradox next with Voce del Palio and Trachonitis, but slipping away from the field is Alfred Munnings and Ryan Moore, gone 4 clear from Segomo and Our Boy Wes, and up to the finish it's Alfred Munnings winning on racecourse introduction for Ryan Moore, Aidan O'Brien, scoring by 5 from Segomo. In third place Our Boy Wes, and fourth home was Voce del Palio.
Well, that was a fine debut. 8 to 11 favourite. Alfred Munnings has won for Ryan Moore and for Aidan O'Brien, the half.
Well, some people say about that. I mean, that looked to me very impressive at the time, and I was thinking excellent. I found the winner in May the year before. It never worked out. Look at that. It actually dropped 12 from its debut to its second run, which was very strange. But that second run weren't right. It was coltish in the paddock. It was reported before the race it was playing up at the start. As a consequence of that, the horse was just never seen again after that. It'll be very interesting to see how this horse gets on. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up now. What I will do at the end of it is I will stick a couple of playlists up at the end of the video. One of them will be all the Classic Watch 2023 possibles at this stage. I think there's 50 odd videos in there for you to learn about 50 or so horses ahead of the Classics, as though you've not got nothing better to do after watching this video. That'll be up there. And there will also be an option to subscribe to the channel if you're that way inclined. Okay everybody, I'm going to leave this video here. Alfred Munnings, risky one at this stage due to the gap. All we need him to do is come and look good in a trial. If he was to win his trial first time out, look at the time in May and June. You know, if he can come good at this time of year again, we could have one here. Alright everybody, I'm going to leave it there. Take care everybody, and look after yourselves.